Read Zakaria had a great documentary out last night called The Divided States of America, What is Tearing Us Apart. And there's a particular clip that I really honed in on, but more importantly, there was something that wasn't said about that particular clip that I think we need to explore. So let's show the clip and then we'll take it on the other side.
To better understand how the country has become so polarized, so divided by class,
Trump 2020!
you need only to look at this map. In the 2020 presidential election, the counties that voted for Joe Biden, taking up a small part of the country's geography, were responsible for 71% of the nation's economy. That vast sea of red, the counties that Donald Trump won, contributed a meager 29% of American GDP. It illustrates that the United States may be one country, but two very different worlds, divided by two things above all: where you live and whether you went to college.
People call it the diploma divide. More educated Americans are overwhelmingly becoming Democratic. Less educated Americans moving much more into the Republican column. This is particularly true among white voters.
Just look at the breakdown. Blue America is mostly urban, densely populated, diverse, with a large share of college-educated workers in professional and creative jobs.
When people talk about the degree divide, that's really the class divide. Having a college degree, that's actually the strongest proxy for who is in the professional and managerial elite.
On the other hand, red America is home to the country's beautiful heartlands and vast farms that feed most Americans. It's not nearly as crowded. It's whiter, with more Americans who work with their hands. Fewer here attend college, and they don't like the urban professional elite. This divide has only been sharpened by the pandemic. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, college-educated workers were far more likely to telework and maintain their standard of living than those without education.
I think people who didn't go through those 4 years see the rules being broken all the time by bankers, by economic elites, and they feel like, hey, if somebody's going to break the rules and be on my side as a rule breaker, I'll accept that.
I love the poorly educated.
For many white working-class voters, Donald Trump seemed a messiah.
The forgotten men and women of the United States are forgotten no more. You work hard, you pay your taxes, you do all these things, and you were forgotten. They forgot about you.
And Trump did nothing for them, but he knew how to exploit them.
Trump did nothing for them, but he knew how to exploit them. And it's not only Trump who exploits them. It's all the red state representatives who exploit them. Let's be clear here. There is a truism that in the urban areas, you know, where we have all the skyscrapers, where capitalism is in full vogue, where they trade, where they have stocks, where they do all these things in these big buildings around the big cities, on the coast, on both sides, where there are a whole lot of Republicans and Democrats alike making a hell of a lot of money in these towers and doing a whole lot of business in these towers that create that 71% GDP in blue areas versus the 29% GDP in red areas, which is a much more massive area, if just not as much in population. So here's the kicker, though. The policies that Democrats are currently supporting are the policies that pretty much would pay those people back. We need those people in the bread baskets. We need those people in the red states that are doing all kinds of jobs that then get traded out in the blue states. You take a look at the red land that they showed there, covered in where oil is gotten, covered in where carbon is gotten, covered in where we grow our food. All the things that are essential for the entire country resides in red America as well. And what I'm saying is the policies that we need to compensate them, that farmers don't make what they should make, means that they should have some form of support in a true society where they are not paid commensurate with what they produce. It's not the blue state's fault. It is the red state politicians, the red state's policies that create that scenario. It is no reason to not understand then why red states are debtor states, why red states are the ones that take a whole lot of money out of blue states because they cannot be self-sustained. It is all because of policy. Low taxes. Yes, low taxes mean the rich people in those red states will live very, very well. But it also means the people in those red states have poor health care. It means the people in those red states have poor education because they want to be known for low taxes. We don't really take care of our own. So what happens? You get all the intelligence, as the piece showed, on the coast and in blue areas. Why? Because they're willing to invest in their people. Red state politicians invest in the rich. Think about that, folks. Think about that. Continue to vote against your interest. They continue to vote against your interest because of a fallacy of tax and spend, because of a fallacy of false individualism, because of a fallacy of what's best for them. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.